If you wanted to be Squidward, you could be Squidward.
Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent. Please start after the...
Hi everyone, it's Shireen. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Evie Blender. I know there's been a ton of controversy around the Evie Blender recently, but I'm simply interested in reviewing the Evie Blender and finding out if it works or not. I was sent this as PR by Evie Blender, so thank you so much to Evie Blender for sending this to me to try and review with you guys. The Evie Blender came in this silver pouch right here, and it also came with an instructional pamphlet for the perfect blend, swipe, and bounce. It also has instructions on how to use it and how to clean it. So it says apply 1/3 to half of the amount of makeup you normally use directly onto the skin or onto your Evie Blender. 2. Swipe to apply your makeup to any areas you'd like to cover. 3. Before your makeup dries, bounce or tap your Evie Blender over all areas for a smooth blended finish. Cool. How to clean. 1. You can clean your Evie Blender with soap and water or makeup remover after each use. You can also wipe with rubbing alcohol to sanitize. It says, please don't let your Evie Blender soak in alcohol or she will get damaged. What if I want it to be a he? Why can't it be a he? And then 2, dry with a towel or air dry. That's it. If you want to know more about their company and get some beauty tips, go to evieblender.com. And it says that the Evie Blender is made from 100% hypoallergenic silicone and is latex free. Also came with this card which says, wash me before first use. Naturally occurring oils may be present from manufacturer. Also comes with a sticker that says, thank you for being a friend, Evie Blender. Alright, so if you want to see me put this Evie Blender to the test with foundation, concealer, and lipstick, keep on watching and we'll get right into it. So I'm going to take my Origin Stay Tuned foundation in Fair. This is my Holy Grail foundation. I use it all the time. Absolutely love it. I'm going to shake the foundation before applying it just to make sure that everything is mixed well. I'm going to pour it directly onto the Evie Blender. Okay, this is definitely too much. This is more than I would use on a normal basis, so we're just going to put some back into the bottle. Alright, now we have about half. Let's start with this. So like they say, I'm going to swipe. This feels so weird. I'm not used to this. It's kind of messy too. It's streaky. It's going on very streaky. But let's give it a chance. Now we're going to bounce it to blend it all in. And I'm trying to be light-handed with this because they recommend being light-handed for a blending while you're tapping it in. And even though I'm being light-handed with it, it still kind of hurts, not gonna lie. Okay, so it was going on a bit streaky and patchy at first, but now it is blended better. So I only have this part of my face done right now, and as you can tell, there is a bit of product remaining on the blender, but it's not a lot. That little bit definitely wasn't enough to cover my whole face, so we're gonna go in with a bit more foundation. I'm so hesitant with this because I don't want to pour too much, but I also don't want to pour too little, if you know what I mean. Okay, that might be too much. We'll go with it. Swipe. I'm like trying to transfer this onto other places, and it kind of works. Honestly, when you smear it, it feels kind of gross. And it does not look nice at all, like when you're first doing it. It just kind of looks like you're sliding your foundation all over your face and it's just kind of sitting on top instead of blending into your skin. But that's where the whole bounce part comes into play. It kind of helps you blend the product out. So let's bounce. Just like on the other side, how I was bouncing lightly and it still hurt. It still hurts, like it's still hard. It's not a pleasant feeling. Especially on my nose, it feels like I'm just whacking my nose. And I'm doing this so lightly, you guys. Oh wait, so I bounced on my nose, and it's still not blending, it's just kind of like smearing all over my nose. But I'm just going to keep going at it and try to get this to work. The fact that it's taking me this long, I'm not happy with it, because if I was to do this with a brush, I would be done by now. I'd be done with my whole face by now. Okay, the whole bounce isn't really working on the side of my face. So let's try rolling it, because I've also seen this method. This is also supposed to be another way that you can apply it. Okay, if anything, that just literally took off like a layer of foundation. No, not cool. Alright, let's just go to my forehead. I'm gonna bounce. It looks like it's a hot summer day and my makeup has just been sitting on my face for the whole day and it's kind of been melted and now I'm smearing it around. This part of my face isn't even getting foundation. Like, it's just being smeared to other places and making my skin more red. It's not really covering that well. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more foundation and see if that does anything. Okay, no, it's still like, when I go like this, when I bounce it, do you see that? It literally removes the product from my face. This isn't blending, so I'm just gonna go with a brush and that'll be a lot easier for me and we can just get this over with and move on. It looks and feels like my foundation is just sitting on top of my skin and it's just cakey instead of blending into my skin like it typically does when I use the brush. I'm just gonna cut my losses, move on. We're gonna go on to concealer and try that out. I'm gonna go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer under my eyes. And I'm only dabbing this on. Even when I normally use this, I don't use a lot because it's heavy. I'm going to wipe off the excess foundation onto a paper towel. And we're gonna go in and try to blend this out. So I'm just gonna tap this out because I don't like pulling underneath my eyes. That just causes premature wrinkles that I don't need. So I don't know if you can tell, but there are edges around here and here that mimic this little pointer shape, and that's because I'm pressing that to bounce it in and try to make it blend, but it's just leaving marks of it instead of doing anything. This takes beating your face to a whole new level. It's like literally beating your face. We're gonna try some highlights. But before I do that, I'm going to clean the blender with some rubbing alcohol. Yes, it still has this googly eye on it from my brush cleaning video. If you haven't seen it, it's hilarious and you gotta check it out. I'll leave a link somewhere up here and in the description if you want to check it out. Here I'm just going to swipe and bounce the product off. Since this is textured, some of the foundation and makeup is getting stuck. This is gonna bother me, the fact that they're just stuck in these grooves. When you look at it at the surface, it looks clean, but I'm not convinced 100% that everything is out of here. Whatever, let's just keep going. So I'm gonna take my Glow Booster by PIXI. This is a liquid face illuminator. Swipe. That's not cute. That's really not cute. And I'm gonna bounce. It's not really blending that well. You can definitely see lines. I don't like that. Let's try this side instead. Okay, that is actually kind of working better, but there's still lines. Right here is where I was applying the illuminator and it just kind of like lifted off of my face. So Evie Blender's website also states that you can use this to apply lipstick, which completely just blows my mind and I find that really hard to believe. So we're going to test that out and see if it works. I'm going to take this lipstick right here by Estee Lauder. It's a deep pink. I don't know if I should put it on the blender or on my lips first. Let's just try the blender. I already don't like where this is going. Okay, there's like a little bit of pigmentation. Let's try a bit more. This is taking so long. This is so much effort when I could have just swiped this on my lips and been done with it. It's so uncomfortable to do this too. It's like you're taking a rock and trying to apply lipstick onto your lips. It's just not convenient. Okay, this isn't really going anywhere, so let's just do this. Much better. So I just want to share some of my final thoughts about the Evie Blender. First off, thank you again to Evie Blender for sending this to me to try out and review, but unfortunately it was just a miss for me. The things that I didn't like about it include how hard it is when you're applying the product to your face. It's not fun to be bouncing and just slapping your face with some silicone to put your makeup on. I also don't like that it doesn't evenly blend. It literally removes your makeup off your face. I have like patches and unblended makeup all over my face, and I know you can't really tell right now because I have soft boxes and it's kind of diffusing my makeup and making it look nice. I'm gonna put in a little close-up for you guys without the soft boxes so that hopefully you can tell like all the texture that's on my face right now. I mean, just look at my nose, that's not cute. It's also really cakey on my face, and my Origin Stay Tuned foundation is never cakey on me when I've used it with a brush. Never. The other design flaw to me is this finger indent. It's too deep and my finger doesn't comfortably fit in it, regardless if it's my thumb or like my pointer finger. I think if it wasn't indented as much, if it was just kind of like pushed out a little bit, it would be more comfortable to hold. So the Evie Blender retails for $25. This one is their Stardust one. Just for comparison, the Beauty Blender retails for $20 and the silisponge retails for $9.90. And while we're at it, a 10-piece vegan brush set from Morphe retails for $19.99. And you're getting a combination of face, lip, and eye brushes. And honestly, I would rather invest in that instead of this. It takes a lot longer to do my makeup with this than it would with a brush. I really wanted this to work and I really wanted to like this, but I just can't bring myself to like this. And I'm trying to think of pros and there is really nothing. So that wraps it up for my Evie Blender review. If you've tried the Evie Blender, make sure to leave a comment down below letting me know how you liked it. Did it work for you? Did it not work for you? Do you have any tips and tricks for how to use it? And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button down below and press that little bell icon to get notified of all of my new uploads. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!